while supplies last. Also, through the 5th, get 20% off all cheese and crackers. Don't forget their 2 new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Ready to make this season unforgettable? Celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union's low-rate debt consolidation loan. Combine all those bills into one affordable monthly payment with quick access to funds. Imagine all the extra cash for holiday shopping sprees, festive parties, or that well-deserved vacation. Stop by any of their branches or visit libertyfirstcu.com to find out more about their low-rate debt consolidation loan. Make this holiday season one to remember and celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
This is the Happy Hour.
You guys going to happy hour?
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America.
Yeah, I'll go for a couple.
Here are your hosts, Nick Sainert.
I want to know what it's like to commit a crime without having to spend time in jail.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
C is for chunk.
Brought to you by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. This is the Happy Hour 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. 2-hour edition. Once again, Adam Carricker out this week. Rico out of town, so Austin Orman joins me as well. But today we also got another special guest, and that special guest is Jay Foreman. What's up, Jay?
Not much, man. It's hanging and banging with you two.
There you go. Hey, guys, do you guys know what tomorrow is? It's a special day in the 93.7 The Ticket office.
Isn't
it always?
It always is.
It is always, but tomorrow's
special.
Is a delightful. You know how they have the Christmas song, everything's so delightful?
Yeah.
That's how I feel like when I wake up on Wednesday. When I know Heavenly Waffles is going to be here.
It's a big day tomorrow. Tomorrow, Heavenly Waffles from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Once again, tomorrow's on the menu. I don't know if you guys have heard this yet. Eggs a la goldenrod. Eggs a la goldenrod. So we've gotten information from Chef Bob on what that is.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to dice up egg whites, put them on the waffle, then mix the yolk that's cooked, obviously, with syrup and butter, and drizzle it on top. There you go. Eggs a la goldenrod. It sounds like a match made in heaven.
Bob, I mean, the problem is once you have Heavenly Waffles, everything is a superior letdown after that.
You're right.
And the way you make the food. Yeah. Like if you really, I don't know about you two, and Austin, obviously, you got to handle, you're in first part of fatherhood. So
yep.
You getting back in the kitchen is just, very minimal right now. I tend to watch a lot of Instagram stuff and how to cook, but Bob is just like, he could just do it so natural.
Yeah, and it blows any Bisquick out of the water.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's disrespectful.
Like, it is.
It's disrespectful.
It's bad to Bob to even put those in the same sentence.
Right.
So come on down, 8 a.m., 8 to 11 a.m. From right here, 1040 O Street. Grab yourself some milk coffee as well. Beatrice Bakery. I said it this morning, and I'll say it again. If you need a stocking stuffer, I'd be pretty pumped if you got some fudge squares from Beatrice Bakery in there.
Those are good.
Those are so good. But, make sure you figure out a way to incorporate all that into your guys' Christmas season. All right, 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline and the Starter Heyman text line open for you guys the entire show today, as well as the Starter Heyman Jewelers live video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Allo Channel 951. Austin and I will be together until 2 p.m. like we were yesterday. Jay's going to hang out for however long he desires, or until we annoy him. Yeah, until we annoy him.
Until you do.
Just me.
Why?
Just me?
Yes, you.
Okay.
The history, you're in the 100th percentile.
Okay, cool.
Of doing so.
Well, here I am.
And you started the morning off on the wrong foot.
How so?
Listen, man. I told him. Well, you weren't there, Austin. I told him about Jake's in hog heaven. The Dolphins are number 1 in the AFC.
Yep.
The Super Bowl runs through Miami or whatever.
So he says.
And I told him about a time, and I had an experience of playing against the Dolphins. It was my 4th year in the NFL, and it was a game it was Greg Williams' first year, and we were horrible. It was like, and it sucked because flying from Buffalo to Miami was like a 6-hour flight.
Oof.
And they had everything to play for, and we had nothing to play for except for to make sure we got to the U-Haul place in time to leave the next day. But we were always worried the flight wouldn't be delayed, so we would have the end of the season meeting. Well, long story short, they ran a play. Lamar Smith was a very underrated running back when I was playing. I always say there's certain guys and body types, I call it gates, that gave me more problems, right? And he was one of them. Very sturdy. He could absorb hits and kind of get balanced. Very strong, especially upper body. Good base on him. So anyways, I blitzed on the right. He ran to the left. Everybody decided to take the play off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've been doing a good job on him all day. But I think everybody was like, all right, listen. Alex Van Pelt, who we're excited to have start, who wasn't a beacon of health or fitness,
right,
tore his hamstring in warm-ups.
Whoops.
Right? We just picked up this guy. I think his name was Josh or something Brown. He was on the practice squad, so that's when you could be dressed and you'd be the
emergency.
Emergency.
Yeah.
He ends up starting. Dude been here a week. We're getting beat. Brock Marion returned like a 80-yard, pick six. So I'm running and chasing Lamar Jackson after he even broke about 50 tackles. Lamar Smith.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson I wouldn't have caught. But, and he had a good stiff arm, and so he was stiff arming me, and so I was trying to horse collar him and kind of alligator him down. Well, the first attempt was a miss, right?
You're still hanging on, though.
Yeah, I was still hanging on, but I missed him. So then I had to kind of get dragged a couple more yards. I swear to God, it seemed like it was 20 yards. And finally got him down or out of bounds. Me thinking, a la the player that for Iowa this week that ran 500 yards to save the punt return touchdown, I'm making hustle play. I'm in a contract year. I'd already hit the stats that I needed to do. I just want to show good effort.
Free agency tape.
I'm going to play every single play, 16 games.
Looks like 10 other teammates didn't have that same idea, though.
Nope, they didn't, and they were a lot smarter than me. I used to have a Nextel phone, and so it was great because you could chirp each other, so you didn't have to call long distance. So the minutes would be, I had 18 voicemails because that's the one play that they put on ESPN. So by the time you talk to people after the game, and they were calling me during the game.
As soon as they saw it, they're like, Jay's got to hear about this one.
Beep, Jay, you okay? What happened? Beep, dog, call me. Beep. I mean, then there's my dad's like, hey, man, how you let him do you like that? I was sitting there like.
Be owned sometimes.
Needless to say, I didn't call him for 4 days. I was definitely upset. I was pouting.
There you go. What's the most embarrassing play that you've been a part of? I'm not trying to open up anything. I'm not trying to open a can of worms here, Jay.
This is the dude you want to be on here with.
I'm filling in for Rico. I'm doing Rico a solid.
I'm not trying to open a can of worms, but we're on this soapbox that you're on of a disappointing play.
So we're just gonna.
Do you want me to hear? I'll start, Jay. I'll get mine out of the way.
Thank you, Austin.
There you go.
The great friend you are.
Yeah, it was Summer Legion baseball my super senior year, I was just kind of off in La La Land. Like, I prided myself in being a really good defender in center field. I took my eye off the ball halfway through my route coming in. I'm calling it the whole time. Got it. It should have been mine.
Yeah.
I just overrun it by 3 steps with my glove up above my head. Lands 10 feet behind me. And I never drop anything.
You never dropped it?
No,
I was sure. He was a sure glove in the outfield.
It was one of those straight up, straight down. So it wasn't even on a line. It went rolling. Just I should have been camped underneath it for 4 seconds. I don't know if like my
Nothing
blood
happened.
sugar was low or something.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
10 feet over my head. I still can't explain it to this
out-of-body
day.
experience, I hear you,
Yeah.
man.
Okay, I hear. I'll say mine so Jay doesn't feel left out.
Yeah, let's hear
All
yours.
right, so
man.
here I got two. One was freshman year. Bunting is big at Pius, or it was big under Coach Scharf. Now he's retired. It was big at Pius, right? So we'd crank up the pitching machine to 85, 90 miles per hour, and we, because if you can bunt a pitch that's 90 miles per hour, then you can bunt a 70 mile an hour pitch, which is more what you're going to see at that level anyway. So I'm off to the side, bunting as a freshman, hits the top of the bat because I didn't have the angle. It was like flat plane. Hit the top of the bat, came up, drove me in the chin. My chin started bleeding. I got concussed. I was out for 3 weeks. Just like that. That was all it was.
There you go.
So, all right, Jay. Now I hope you don't feel like you're on an island.
Well,
you don't have to share.
No, I will.
I don't
because,
expect that.
But listen, I'm not scared of it. I mean, it's in history. I mean, it's there. It's introductory and stuff like that.
We can't get too deep into a conversation because we only got like 4 minutes left in the segment. So I didn't want to open up a long segment. So here we are.
But like I was saying before, Austin, since I like talking to you, I was explaining this play, and guess who immediately had to open up their computer so they had to see it. They couldn't trust me telling them about the Dolphin
I'm
fiasco.
a visual learner.
Right? Well, my most embarrassing play was we were down playing Oklahoma in Norman. Justin Fuentes was the quarterback, and I think it's Dan Alexander. He ended up being a first-round tight end. So we ran this zone blitz where I had to take the tight end up the seam. And it was the field was a little choppy, so Coach Osborne always made us wear these longer, we just call them studs, spikes in your shoe. There we could take them out with a screwdriver or whatever. I like mine low always, because when you're slew-footed like me, you get traction in no matter the elements, right?
You're good. You're set.
Coach Osborne didn't agree with that. I know it, but
you know your body, yeah.
Coach Osborne speaks. It's like E.F. Hutton. You're going to listen. Get out there, Austin. I get in the drop. And I was like, this dude really trying me, right? So he tried to throw it behind me. I reached back like the superior athlete that I thought I was. One hand catch it like Chuck Foreman, right? Snag it. And all I see is touchdown.
Daylight. Right? Green grass.
But here's the thing.
Oh, he saw green grass.
Blue sky.
Listen. And then I'm thinking, okay, when I get in the end zone, it's freak show time. So I catch it, you kind of lose. I was like, boom, got it. Start going. Then right before I could get to cock the head back, something happened, man. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I think the cleat got caught. Austin, I think I was going way too fast. Turf monster got me.
No.
Just like that. There's video.
And you're never wearing those long studs again.
Listen, I never wore them again. In the pros, I never wore them again. Ever.
You're not alone in that, too. One of my best friends roomed with him for a couple of years. This would have been in middle school basketball. This happened. We're at a tournament, and we're running out for warm-ups. Like the very first thing we do, trips over the half-court line.
Yeah.
Just straight up running out, trips over the half-court line. Here's the thing. We laughed at him. We moved on. We're going back in right before the start of the game. Same spot gets him.
You get him again?
It's 15 minutes later.
Hey,
15 minutes later.
Brett Venables, Oklahoma coach.
I did.
It's
something about that Norman turf.
He got...
There it is.
Hey, see, I don't even know. Listen, I don't even know why I even come in here and try to be with you or do anything with you besides the basics.
You even tried to do the basics, and look where he took it.
Jay, I shouldn't even have said nothing.
Jay, I'm looking forward to high school basketball, man.
And you, oh really? Yeah, okay. Well, I never got hung before or anything like that, so there's no funny stories like that.
Okay,
I did get my ankles broken a couple times, but it's all good.
That's all right. Everybody does.
Haven't we all?
Yeah. All right, let's take a break. Jerry, you gonna stick around for the conversation we actually brought you in for?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Conversation.
When we get back, we want to dive into the conversation of. There's a lot of group of five quarterbacks now trying to make this jump from group of five to power five. Well, from an individual standpoint, you can't blame them, right? Because they're trying to, number one, yes, NIL value is probably greater at a power five institution. Potential to go onto the next level is awesome as well. But then also, what does it mean for the group of five schools, right? In this new era of college football where it's the Big Ten and SEC ruling the show, what's this mean for the group of five programs that are losing the Daquan Finns, the Ohios that are losing the Rurik's at quarterback, right? There's been a lot of group of five schools that have lost some really good quarterbacks that have gone on, rightfully so, and played well at the Power 5 level. We talk what that means
for the group of 5 programs, the coaches, the organizations, the programs, and so on. We'll do all that and more coming up next. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Happy Hour. Huge shout out to Empire Fence and Netting for their support, as always, right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Husker fans, the Nebraska women's basketball team battles the Indiana Hoosiers on Sunday, January 7th at Pinnacle Bank Arena, and they want to see you there. Help them pack PBA as they retire Jordan Hooper's jersey, host a team reunion for the 2013 and 2014 teams, and give your Huskers a true home court advantage. For tickets, go to huskers.com/tickets or call 1-800-8-BIG-RED. Come early and get your very own replica Jordan Hooper jersey retirement banner while supplies last. Get your tickets today at huskers.com/tickets.
Ready to make this season unforgettable? Celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union's low-rate debt consolidation loan. Combine all those bills into one affordable monthly payment with quick access to funds. Imagine all the extra cash for holiday shopping sprees, festive parties, or that well-deserved vacation. Stop by any of their branches or visit libertyfirstcu.com to find out more about their low-rate debt consolidation loan. Make this holiday season one to remember and celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
We're bringing heaven to Lincoln with a waffle unlike anything you've ever experienced. Heavenly Waffles combines an incredibly fluffy recipe packed with protein and a medley of angelic toppings. To elevate the experience beyond your typical waffle and syrup, take the opportunity to try out this divine creation and pair it with a coffee from the mill as we celebrate Heavenly Waffles Wednesday from 8 to 11 a.m. at the 93.7 The Ticket Studio.
Enjoy some Heavenly Waffles this December 6th at the 93.7 Ticket Studio at 1040 O Street. Parking available along 11th Street or in nearby garages.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Allo is turning 20 this year, and we plan to celebrate all year long. Since 2003, Allo has vowed to put customers first and deliver a drastically different experience. No matter where you live, work, or play, we believe you deserve an affordable, secure, and reliable connection. We're proud to have served our businesses and residents with seriously fast fiber optic service for 2 decades. Thank you for trusting Allo as your local internet, phone, and TV provider. Follow us on social media to know about the 20th anniversary celebrations in all our Allo communities.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben Sandwich or the Prime Rib French Dip or any of their famous chicken wings. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. There are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Are you looking for some holiday fun? This year, start a new tradition. Make the Nebraska Christmas Light Show experience an annual event for your family and a cherished memory to look forward to every year. From Black Friday to January 3rd, buckle up and tune into the rhythm of the lights and let the magic of Christmas take over with the show. Now located at Star City Shores, just off of 27th and Highway 2. Buy your tickets for just $20 or $25 per car today at NebraskaChristmasLightShow.com.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? At Warhorse Sportsbook, their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino in Lincoln or Horseman's Park in Omaha, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. And Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
It's fishing season. Bad actors are trolling your business emails, luring you and your employees to take the bait and steal your private information. Make sure your cybersecurity keeps your business from being the catch of the day. At Hamilton, cybersecurity is our business. We are experts at keeping your network and business information secure and off the hook. Contact Hamilton for a vulnerability assessment today. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Problem gambling can destroy an individual's finances, relationships, physical, and mental health. If you or a loved one are struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zipline gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Gary with Gary Michaels Clothiers Lincoln. I'm here to tell you about our custom shirt program. When you come into the store, we measure your chest, mid-waist, and sleeve length. Enter the measurements in an app, and we create your data fit size. You then try on one of our 99 data fit shirts for the proper fit. After that, pick out the fabric, collar, cuff, placket, and in roughly 2 weeks, your shirts are delivered at the same cost of buying off the rack. And by the way, the neck fits too. Gary Michaels Custom Shirts at 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary.
This isn't the real Caesar's Palace, is it?
What do you mean?
Did Caesar live here?
No.
I didn't think so.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in. Happy Hour 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Huge shout out to all the folks on the Starter Heyman Jewelers text line, 402-464-5685, as well as the Honda of Lincoln hotline, same number there. Starter Heyman Jewelers live video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Allo Channel 951. All right, guys. To this point, according to On3.com, 1,008 quarterbacks have entered the transfer portal just at the quarterback position. 1,008 quarterbacks in under 48 hours since the portal officially opened have entered their name into the transfer portal. 10 of those have committed to their next school. One of them has withdrawn from the NCAA transfer portal in the matter of 24 hours or so. Now, Jay, I wanted to get your thoughts on this, and obviously Austin as well. Kind of talk about this. We hear all the time, right? Minnesota just got the guy from New Hampshire, right?
Right.
You have DeQuan Finn from Toledo.
now making his plans and intentions known to, hey, I'm gonna enter the transfer portal. Just a few minutes ago, a little while ago, Curtis Rourke of Ohio, who was the 2022 Player of the Year in their conference, enters the transfer portal. Every year we hear these group of 5 schools going, hey, you know what? I'm going to enter my name in the portal. I'm going to jump to the Power 5 level. And from an individual standpoint, that's great. That's awesome for an individual standpoint. But you're leaving a group of 5 program without a stud quarterback.
Yeah.
Talk about the difficulty for a group of 5 school, especially in today's landscape of college football, how difficult it can be to replace one of these guys.
I think it's huge. I mean, it's a big hole in your program because most likely any of the players that you talked about, or quarterbacks in particular you talked about, it's taken 2 or 3 years to develop them, at least 2 years, right? And then you got to think they had to recruit them for 2 years prior. So you think about 4 years. So you're trying to replace 4 years very rapidly because most likely during the season, the conversations of I'm going in the transfer portal, like if I'm at University of Ohio, or if I'm at Akron, or if I'm at New Hampshire, or Holy Cross, that's not a subject that, because those coaches are trying to coach and win to survive. As a player, you're trying to play the best you can. And so I think it's one of the things that catches everybody by surprise. Now, granted, I'm sure they're abreast of it as the portal starts to be magnified like it is this year, and they could maybe plan for it. But when they do plan for it, it's not like you can replace them with another like player, because a lot of times they're leaving said university to go up. So it could not collapse a football program, but it could set you way, way back.
Now, I need to correct myself. I made a mistake that a lot of people are getting on me for, and I appreciate that. 1,008 players total, not just quarterbacks.
Okay.
I made that mistake. I made that mistake. I read the site wrong. But how about this? I refreshed the page, and I just opened the page at the start of this segment. Refresh the page. 7 more have entered the portal. Of those 7 more players, we're now up to 1,015, by the way. Former Husker wide receiver Demarion Houston, who had went to Missouri, has now entered the portal from Missouri. So just something kind of ironic there. But going to your point, Austin, I was going to
piggyback off of what Jay was saying, is that it's that 4 years of recruiting and development that's put in there. It almost makes these coaches scared to go get a good quarterback. Like, you can't be scared to have them leave. Like, it's part of the job, right? If you take a job at that level, you know it's coming. It's happened for years, transfer portal or not, that guys are going to look for the next biggest opportunity for them. So you can't stay away from developing a good player, but you almost hope you have a good quarterback that's not great, that you fill out the rest of the roster around, so people aren't sure if he's good enough at the Power 5 level so you can keep him. The other interesting example that stands out to me is last year, Austin Reed at Western Kentucky.
Yeah.
They're putting up numbers on offense, throwing for 5,000 yards, like 45 touchdowns, fewer than 10 interceptions, great receivers all across the field. Austin Reed enters the transfer portal, goes back to Western Kentucky, and what he said was basically, I knew Western Kentucky couldn't compete from a financial standpoint, but it was nice to see them put in the effort to try. That's why he came back. Even if some of these guys aren't getting the big dollar amounts, if the situation on the field is good enough for them, they like their teammates, they like the system they're in, if they like campus, classes and coaches and all of that, then I think it's just incumbent on these group of 5 schools to make their best effort possible. Kind of like what James Madison did with Cignetti, right? Yeah. He said in his press conference that James Madison did everything it could to keep him. He wanted to move on to that bigger level, but James Madison did the best they could. And I think that whether it's a coach or a quarterback or any position, at least putting in the effort shows that you care and that you're going to do everything in your power to keep the good players you developed around. But then, even like Matt Rule said with Tony White, he's going to try to help him get a job because he knows he deserves it. You can't hold it against those guys for leaving. And you get that reputation that if you're salty about a guy leaving, those guys won't want to come to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a catch-22. I think if you always go out there and try to do business on the above board, it'll work itself out, right? And so, as a coach, you should be, just like if a assistant coach or a position coach, or as far as a coordinator goes on to bigger and better things, but position coach is able to go doing better things, that should be something that you should be proud of and welcome them to do. Same thing as a player. I mean, because if you know it, if I was coaching you two, right, doesn't matter the sports, and I say we were at a Division II level, and I'm like, man, you guys have knocked it out of the park. You guys are development. You've exceeded my expectations at this level. You know, if you really want to try to go to the next level, I encourage you guys to do it. You're always welcome back here. And if it came down to some sort of NIL, I think a school like maybe like Holy Cross or something like that, it would have to be a package that's spread out more towards the future,
right?
Because financially they probably couldn't satisfy it right then. And then make your best effort. You're going to have to try to find unique ways to dice up your NIL packages, or, you know, to get within reach. And that's a lot of times what happens. You know, if you always look at, if you go around chasing the dollar, now within reason. Now, if you're up there and you're at 100,000 at Washington State, and somebody's offering you like $1.5 million, you gotta go, regardless if you hate it, right? But if it's within something manageable, and particularly if I was talk to any kid here at Nebraska, if it's anything manageable, then I would encourage you to stay, because being a part of this Nebraska program and understanding how it could set you up in the future is bigger than $20,000 right now. Because it's not like you're going from 0 to 20,000. If it's between 100,000, for a basic number, and 120,000. You know, the convenience of knowing the people around here, convenience of knowing the fans, the university, and then also being hopefully a part of the team or the foundation that gets this thing up and going. You get a special part in the history of Nebraska. It might not be national championships, but is very well respected because you're able to fight through some adversity that I never had to fight through.
It's interesting. We got a text on the text line, once again, 464-5685, to ask, do you guys think that with 12-team playoff, there would be less likelihood that multiple 4- and 5-star quarterbacks would sit on a bench at a specific team? By having 12 teams in the playoff, in my eyes, it might force quarterbacks to think about transferring to other potential teams that could make the playoffs or are just a quarterback away. That's kind of like the point that we talked about yesterday, Austin, where it's like there's going to be teams now that can go and pitch to a guy and say, hey, we're just a quarterback away. We have surrounding talent for you. We got a true wide receiver 1. We have an experienced offensive line, and we have a talented running back and a solid defense. We just need a quarterback. We need an experienced guy that can kind of do it all. And in Nebraska's scope, they're not there yet. And I'm not saying the texter is, but also if you look at some of the top 10 teams in the country currently, a lot of them are transfers, right? The Michael Penixes. A lot of them, though, are also transfers that had multiple years of eligibility remaining when they got to their new school. Michael Penix had multiple years. Bo Nix had multiple years. Quinn Ewers has multiple years. DJ Uyunglele, multiple years. There is value in not necessarily going after a Band-Aid fix or a 1-year grad transfer, but instead maybe doing what Nebraska's doing in this case. And if Sam Leavitt is ending up being the guy that Nebraska goes after and brings in, then you have 3-4 years to work with a guy rather than just one. And it's kind of, we have to strike gold this season.
And that makes me wonder about Minnesota's strategy, going and getting that guy from New Hampshire. He's only got 1 year of eligibility left. Who else are they getting? Because Kelly McManus left and the backup left. So Minnesota can't just go get this one guy. They're not a team that's a quarterback away. Right. But what's Minnesota's plan in going and getting a 1-year guy when it seems like they need one of those guys to develop?
I think they're looking for a guy that fits what PJ Fleck and the offensive coordinators want to do. And
they still got 2?
They do, right? As of right now, they still have 2, which I think really hurt that offense this year. And I think it'd be interesting to watch it and see if they go back to 1 or if they maybe another year of kind of co-working together would be better. I think they're looking for an instant fix, but then also maybe through recruiting and maybe get a guy that's going to be there afterwards. I think the pressure of going 5-7 when they potentially and thought of before the season, obviously when I was at Big Ten Media Day, that this was the year that you could break through and win the Big Ten West. You got to think this is the first time they beat Iowa, right?
With PJ.
And the way that they finished the season was not very, very good. The defense wasn't as good or as dominant. I think they changed their identity there. They tried to really, really up their pass rush numbers, which they did, which then they gave up more big plays. And then they had a little bit of holes at linebacker position. But offensively, I think Caleb McManus just never got over the hump. I think he I think they got a snapshot of coming in with nobody had film on you, 5 games, a little bit easier. People got to study you. Now, I think the biggest thing was the offensive line, which you lose the best center in the nation, who's starting in the NFL, who was a, decade, generational type of center. And that affects your run game. That affects their play action pass. And it just never got out of the third gear this year. So I think that's why they made that decision. Look for them to also bargain shop not bargain shop, but shop like they do wide receiver position again.
Yeah. Well, we saw somewhat Wisconsin went the multi-quarterback strategy last year. In the transfer,
4, right?
They got like 4 or 5 guys, completely revamped their room because they knew that Tanner Mordecai wasn't going to be there more than just 1 year. Minnesota's really interesting though, guys, because Max Brosmer is the guy's name from New Hampshire. Now, granted, at New Hampshire, completed 64% of his passes over the last 2 seasons for over 6,500 passing yards, over 60 touchdown passes, just 14 interceptions over the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And it's kind of went under the radar that Minnesota got this guy because we saw them get him quickly, right? He was one of the first FCS guys to enter the portal, and within a few days, Minnesota swooped him up. So they weren't even worried about anybody else that went in because they felt like they found the right guy.
I think a lot of the times it's maybe some sort of prior relationship, whether it's indirectly or directly. Probably had an eye on him, maybe all the way back to when you might have been recruiting instead of this. Let's keep an eye on this guy. I mean, look, coaches keep files on everybody, as you should, because you just never know. You just never know who might hit a growth spurt. I mean, look at J.J. Watt. He was a 0-star recruit, was a tight end at like Eastern Washington or Michigan or something like
Central
that.
Michigan.
Central Michigan. Transferred in and walked on. Next thing you know, he's a top 15 pick and a Hall of Famer. So I think it's with the quarterback position. Listen, get in there, have a plan. Don't sit in there and try to get your head pumped up, trying to take a whole bunch of visits. At this point in time, from the player's perspective, you should know what you're looking for.
Well,
you should have an idea of where if Jay Foreman's in the portal as a linebacker, I should take it upon myself with the great Nicholas over here and the established Austin over here as my friends or advisors, uncles, friends, high school coaches. What suits me? I've already played. Doesn't matter where it's at. I played in a 4-3. Okay, we most likely want to try to go to 4-3. Do I have the ability to rush the passer? You have got to do some homework yourself.
I was just going to say, is that work that needs to be done before you even enter the portal?
Yeah, I mean, these are the conversations. You just don't. I don't. You didn't listen to old school because we know that you probably don't like. Yeah, you're too busy, right? Right. And so what I said was, if I went in the portal the day after Black Friday, and I went through the time of the game's at 11, 2:30, it's over. I'm probably not in my car until 4. I got to drive, and I'm done eating 7:15, and then 12 hours later with an 8-hour sleep pattern. As if you don't go out, then all of a sudden I'm in the portal. You'd like to think I'd already been in the portal halfway through the season.
Mentally in the portal.
Yeah.
At some point in time, you had to plan to get into the portal. If you only plan just to put your name in, which probably takes 5 minutes, probably send an email, get a confirmation, and you're in there, you have done yourself a disservice because you should research on where you want to go or research the coaches or the coaching style that you might want to be accompanied with.
It's crazy because, I mean, once again, that number is over 1,000 for all, total players in the portal. Are we saying 700 find a home? Like at the most? It's way too early to tell. I understand
like 55% will find a home at the Division I level.
Yeah, where they're desired to, right? Where the desire, because there's just a lot of bodies in here. And to Jay's point, if you walk in and you don't have a plan, if you're not a top tier guy like the Kyle McCord or like the Dylan Gabriel or an established wide receiver, running back, whatever the case may be, it's gonna be tough for your play to really gravitate towards a school.
Well, think about a guy like Kyle McCord, right? Now, I understand his situation is different because I've had coaches lie to me. I'm sure you guys did too, right? And he's played well, right? Not great, but well. I imagine next year he would be playing a lot better, and some of it's his fault, and so forth and so on. Just imagine you go in the portal, and it starts to dry up, and you have to end up at Pittsburgh, a place like Pittsburgh. But also his situation is different because if they're going after Cam Ward, what it sounds like it's already done deal, then you don't have a place to go. Pittsburgh isn't so bad.
Well, also, Ryan Day shopping himself to NFL teams. Right, there's this mass exodus of Ohio State players right now. There are over 15 guys that have entered the portal.
It's like 11 starters.
Yeah. Like household names that are bigger players on that roster, and they're moving on. And Ryan Day is now shopping himself to NFL teams. They've lost to Michigan 3 years in a row. Like Kyle McCord was told, "Hey, we're not going to go after a quarterback," but then they're going after a quarterback, and he's like, "Well, wait a minute. You can't." Although Kyle McCord is not flashy, I think it is a little unfair because he has been getting compared to like the C.J. Stroud and Justin Fields, who had incredible careers at Ohio State.
Yeah.
Had incredible careers at Ohio State. Kyle McCord, we can't forget, led him to an 11-1 season with Trevion Henderson that was not fully healthy, with Mayan Williams in the backfield, a subpar offensive line compared to previous Ohio State offensive lines. The defense didn't have a Bosa, didn't have a Chase Young, didn't have an Okudah that was really good in college, maybe not so good in the pros, but really good in college. They didn't have all the wide receivers. They didn't have the Chris Olaves, the Devin Browns. They didn't have those. They had Marvin Harrison Jr., yes, who also was banged up for a part of the season. And people tend to forget what Kyle McCord did on that night against Notre Dame on the road in South Bend. People forget what Kyle McCord did on the road in maybe less hostile environments, but still led them to victory in an 11-1 season. Now it all gets crowded up by the loss to Michigan, but then also because he's compared to C.J. Stroud and other national championship caliber quarterbacks.
Yeah, it's part of being a quarterback in this day and age of college football. Part of being a quarterback at Ohio State. And that's part of it. And some of it could be impulsive. I think Ryan Day and Kyle McCord have the same reaction right now. McCord justifiably so, right? Coach lied to your face, right? It's kind of like the Arizona Cardinals coach lied to the dude that say, "Oh, we're not going to cut you." Next thing or Josh Dobbs, right?
Dobbs,
they say,
we're not going to trade you, man.
He gets in the car. He's like, "Hey, your agent called, told you when to be traded." That's another story. But then also for Ryan Day, right? He feels like he's I would ask Ohio State alone, who else are you going to go get that's going to be better than him? He's only lost 6 games, right? 3 to Michigan, other 3 in the college football playoffs. So he's thinking, you're not appreciating me, right?
Yeah.
Why do I even want to stay here? Right? It's not even about beating Michigan. Now it's about this thing that, respect and stuff like that. So I think this is the probably roster-wise, football-wise, this is probably the most unstable Ohio State has been.
Yeah.
And do not think, mark my words here, 12:51.
Yep.
If something happens with Ryan Day that he moves on, don't think, slime ball Urban Meyer will not be back there for a year or two, kind of a stopgap.
Yep.
Because he is a professor.
Would that be a Dean Smith thing, or would that be the next AD thing?
People forget Tim Carter's coming there.
It would be just I'm here on campus.
Yeah. Like a Bob Stoops kind of feeling. Maybe less,
Yeah, or just for a year. No, you know what it'd be like Barry Alvarez coming in and coaching a bowl game.
Yeah. Bob Stoops going to the bowl game when they were playing the Alamo Bowl, and they ended up winning. So we had a question from Dirty Tony and the boys before we get to break. Do you have multiple years, though, Nick? Isn't that what Oregon State thought with DJ? And now he's back in the portal. You lost your coach. That certainly plays a factor into it, right? Oregon State, Jonathan Smith moves on to Michigan State. Now DJ Uiagalelei. It's still relationship-based a lot of times. Sure. Oregon State's also in a really tough spot as a program because they're moving to the Mountain West.
Yeah,
they're moving to the Mountain West, so that's kind of tough. Talk about, I guess, guys, how do you maneuver as a coach this plan of we need to develop our roster, we need to bring in and develop a quarterback, and maybe this is back to the group of 5 level, I'm going to develop this guy, invest my time in him. Jake Dickert from Washington State had a quote a couple months ago at the start of the season that kind of made waves throughout college football, where it was I'm going to bring in this guy, transform him, and develop him, and now you guys are going to move on. Sam Hartman in Notre Dame and Wake Forest, Dave Clawson at Wake Forest had that same thought. They were like, you just took a girl to prom or whatever with Sam Hartman, and you don't really love him. You used him for one date, 1 year.
Yeah.
It's really difficult now in college football to try to grow your program. I think it's hard to say, all right, mentality wise, we're going to invest everything we have in this quarterback, but understanding at the end of the day, if somebody swoops in and offers them more.
And that's part of the challenge, I think, at all the levels, right? As a player, let's start player, we'll go to coach, we'll go to athletic director. As a player, you can have a plan for what you want. You can have a plan with a coach. That you have to have that long-term vision, but you have to be able to adapt. If the coach leaves, if the position coach leaves, if you don't get on the field when you think you're supposed to. As a coach, you need to have that plan to develop the guys on your roster right now, but also have that, if X, then Y, if A, then B, if L, then M sort of plan in the background that if something doesn't go as you've planned, you have to be able to maneuver and be flexible. And same with athletic directors, right? You can probably, read the waters a little bit to see when a coach is leaving, but it's probably never a sure thing till it's done. You have to have a plan with this coach, then you have to have a contingency plan here. And that's part of why they're paid, the money that they are, especially in Oregon State. Or going back to the start of the segment, at some of these group of 5 schools where you can plan to have these guys, but you also have to plan to not have them.
Yeah, Oregon State was fascinating because you had Jonathan Smith, the reports initially that he was going to move, which you kind of thought he was, right? He was a first-time head coach going at his alma mater. He was getting paid next to nothing when he started, then got a raise, got an extension next to close to $4 million, I think, with Oregon State. But you could tell that he was kind of, all right, ran its course at maybe the lower Power 5 level, and it was time to move on to something a little bit bigger. Michigan State swoops in. Well, before it was made official, you had Oregon State's athletic director saying, oh, no, Jonathan Smith and I have talked. We're excited. We're pleased to announce that we're working on a long-time extension. We're working on a raise to keep Jonathan here as part of the Oregon State family. The next day or 2 days later, Jonathan Smith's off to Michigan State. So you just have to have that contingency plan. I think you're right, Austin, there. All right, 464-5685. Don't go anywhere. We'll wrap up the noon hour coming up next, as it's the 2-hour edition of the Happy Hour all week long. Rico will be back tomorrow. He's back in town. But then on Thursday, he dips out again for the Husker volleyball game as they'll face 5th-seeded Georgia Tech at 1 p.m. on Thursday afternoon. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com, with Nick Sainert, Austin Norman, and Jay Foreman right after this on 93.7 The Ticket.
Problem gambling can destroy an individual's finances, relationships, physical, and mental health. If you are a loved one or struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zipline gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben Sandwich or the Prime Rib French Dip or any of their famous chicken lips. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
Gary with Gary Michaels Clothiers Lincoln. I'm here to tell you about our custom shirt program. When you come into the store, we measure your chest, mid-waist, and sleeve length. Enter the measurements in an app, and we create your data fit size. You then try on one of our 99 data fit shirts for the proper fit. After that, pick out the fabric, collar, cuff, placket, and in roughly 2 weeks, your shirts are delivered at the same cost of buying off the rack. And by the way, the neck fits too. Gary Michaels Custom Shirts at 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
Husker fans, the Nebraska women's basketball team battles the Indiana Hoosiers on Sunday, January 7th at Pinnacle Bank Arena, and they want to see you there. Help them pack PBA as they retire Jordan Hooper's jersey, host a team reunion for the 2013 and 2014 teams, and give your Huskers a true home court advantage. For tickets, go to huskers.com/tickets or call 1-800-8-BIG-RED. Come early and get your very own replica Jordan Hooper jersey retirement banner while supplies last. Get your tickets today at huskers.com/tickets.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with 4 Lincoln locations, but now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today. Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices. Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and the holiday season is upon us. And wow, do we have some really awesome incentives to share with you. Right now at Koppel, we're offering 0.9% interest rates or $6,000 off select Chevrolet and GMC models. Yes, you heard right, 0.9% or $6,000 off select new models. In addition, Costco customers can get special incentives for this entire month. So please take that short money-saving drive down 144th Street or check us out at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All offers include trade-in bonus with approved credit.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? At Warhorse Sportsbook, their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino in Lincoln or Horseman's Park in Omaha, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Allo is turning 20 this year, and we plan to celebrate all year long. Since 2003, Allo has vowed to put customers first and deliver a drastically different experience. No matter where you live, work, or play, we believe you deserve an affordable, secure, and reliable connection. We're proud to have served our businesses and residents with seriously fast fiber optic service for 2 decades. Thank you for trusting Allo as your local internet, phone, and TV provider. Follow us on social media to know about the 20th anniversary celebrations in all our Allo communities.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Dana Trucking. Learn more and apply today at danatrucking.com.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert.
Herbie the Fourth ate his first solid food today, prompting a response of nothing but steaks all week for the Nebraska offensive line.
Then Enrique Alvarez Clary.
No more peaches and carrots for Herbie the Seventh. Baby food be damned.
Sponsored by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back here on the Happy Hour one final time for the noon hour. It's going to be a quick segment as we transition over into the 1 o'clock hour. Appreciate Jay hanging out for a while. Thanks, Jay.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. It's always good to come in here and have you get on my nerves.
What did I do today?
We relitigated that in segment 1.
Yeah. I thought it was all out in the open. We're good.
Yeah, we're good. We're always all good.
I know. We're all fine. Let's talk Michigan really quickly here because it's felt like the whole sign stealing stuff has kind of subsided. People have forgotten about it. Jim Harbaugh's back on the sidelines. Michigan's number 1 in the college football playoff. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm surprised that Jim hasn't announced that he's done after this year, at least with college football. Is it a case of waiting to see what NFL jobs open up? Is it a case of waiting to see, do they win the national title and he gets to go out on top in the college football world? It also is interesting because a guy like Sharon Moore hasn't been in any conversations for a head coaching job, at least publicly.
Yeah.
Right? He's the Eric Bieniemy of college football.
Maybe that's the case. Maybe there's some skeletons in the closet. But at the end of the day, when you look at Sharon Moore, is it a kind of all right, we're going to wait, see what happens with Jim Harbaugh, and if he moves on, we just go with the guy that was the interim for a couple of games, and that still led us to an undefeated season. It just feels like a really weird situation because while, yes, they're having success on the field, people have forgotten about the sign stealing. People have forgotten about, Jim Harbaugh after he signed or served a suspension. People forgot about the whole Blake Corum LLC stuff because they're number 1 in the country. It's weird.
Well, they always say winning cures it all, right?
Yeah.
And it also makes people have, I call it revisionist history, and they'll skip over parts. I think Michigan actually is probably in a good position if they do win a national championship and you have to keep Jim Harbaugh, say, another year. Jim Harbaugh is always going to flirt with the NFL, and the NFL is always going to flirt with him. So if you have to run it back with Jim Harbaugh as the head coach and Moore as the offensive line OC, then you're set up for the future. And then he can still get kind of more live reps of being the head coach and waiting. And I'm sure with a grown man crying because Jim Harbaugh didn't get the coach against Penn State, I'm assuming their relationship is pretty tight.
Yeah.
So I'll even assume a little bit more that Jim Harbaugh, if he chooses to leave and go to the NFL, that he would probably strongly encourage Michigan.
Vouch for him.
Yeah. And then, they already have a 6-game, or he didn't do every game, but so they have at least 4 games of him as a head coach.
And he made some crucial decisions.
He did.
Fourth down, going for it on fourth. And you saw, sorry to interrupt you, even in the Big Ten championship game, like there was consulting going on with Jim and Sharon of
and
like,
Connor
hey, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Of like, hey, what do we need to do here? Like, what's the plan?
I think it's good because, you talk about the transfer portal, coaches want to see, guys that have played. Well, whether it's Michigan or other schools in the future, they've seen him coach under extreme pressure situations. So that gives you a little bit more confidence if you have to reach out to him. But then also the background check, that dang background check, Michigan already got you. So they in it with you. I think another school might be like, I don't know if we can just gloss over that. So I think they're in a good position. It'll be interesting to see if they can push through and get to the national championship, and that might change a lot of things for Jim. Jim Harbaugh might just say, I'm going to take a year off.
Health reasons. Got to spend time with family.
No, better evaluate the NFL. Yeah. Be like more of an advisor and just kind of turn it over.
He's hoping and praying that the Chargers just keep losing.
Staley's gone.
Gone. No matter what.
No matter what. And he messed around being. I can see the Magic.
That was the
Magic
biggest-
Johnson, the Magic Man.
That was-
goes and see the Magic Man.
That was
him and Jim Harbaugh.
That was the biggest cover of the weekend. The story that nobody's talking about. The spread in that game was 5. Chargers won 6-0. What a cover. What a nice job by the Los Angeles Chargers.
I was jealous.
Exactly. Iowa can't do that.
By any means necessary.
They can't do it.
I mean, I'm
They
telling
won
you,
6-0.
If you win a game 6-0, and listen, you party after on the flight. Was it in New England?
Yeah. It was in New England.
Then you partying on that plane back because you're clowning. You're clowning. If I'm a defensive player, we're clowning the offense. If we're the offense, we're clowning New England. And then the whole team and organization is laughing all the way back to
Couldn't
LA.
score a touchdown.
Doesn't matter.
Either team couldn't score a touchdown.
You know what the message is? It's hard to win a game in the NFL. Don't worry about how you win it.
That's a good point.
Listen, Dom Capers told us because we had 3 yards of total offense or something with David Carr and them, and we didn't care. We all the way back from Pittsburgh. We had
You won?
good. Oh yeah, we had a great, and it was a phenomenal flight.
Best flight of your career?
Yeah, probably close to it. Close to Yeah. I mean, a lot of guys had to get rides back to the where we used to park our cars because we were not able to drive home. When we got
but
a long flight from Pittsburgh.
He's Yippee Ki-Yay says if you know how to cheat and get away with it, maybe you can coach the Patriots after Belichick leaves this year. Here's the thing.
I've been saying that all offseason.
The Patriots are 2-10. Is there an avenue where Belichick returns?
Well, I thought he just signed a new contract. But that can all be.
I was going to say, I mean.
That's just like if
That's a formality.
If I'm Belichick, it just might be time to go somewhere else and try it one more time. Just
not hang it up, but try somewhere else.
Which is really interesting to think of Bill Belichick in a different spot.
It is now, but you got to think he was in Cleveland.
Yep.
You got to think he was a New York Jets coach for what, like
3 days,
4 hours?
Yeah.
Like an hour, like a day.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you know what? It might be what he needs. He might need like a little uptick and a new change of scenery.
GM duties?
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna go. He's gonna want to go somewhere, and he's gonna call up the old gang. You know, Josh McDaniels and Romeo
and then we're
Crennel.
getting the gang back together.
Yeah,
Scarnecchia.
Yeah, all those dudes. Bring him out of retirement. I mean, he's gonna
Matt
do
Patricia.
it all. Yeah,
Joe Judge.
Yeah, all of them.
Welker.
All the guys all the guys that flamed out. I think he's gonna try to do it again.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. He should. I can tell you this. I would trust Bill Belichick coming off a 2-10 season, motivated to come to my organization, say the Chargers, or I don't know who else you could think is like even the Cardinals, even though they don't Carolina, and turn this thing around. I don't think Bill Belichick with quarterbacks are very good. You got to get a good coordinator.
Yeah. All right, let's close out the noon hour here. What's wrong, Jay?
Well, first of all, I don't like sitting. You was looking over my shoulder, so it sounds like it felt like somebody was coming to get me.
No,
but
I was just looking outside. There's so many windows.
Austin tapped me and said to look over. You just gonna let somebody bop me upside the head?
I was looking outside all the windows.
I got you, Jay.
Yeah.
I got you.
He's got my back, my way back though.
Jay, they got to get through this door. I'm not letting them get past.
No,
Remember, he's that 4-star transfer portal H-back.
Yeah,
You know what he
Good
is?
pass pro.
He's the dog that's guarding your house. You ever seen Friday? You ever seen Friday After Next?
No. Austin hasn't either.
Just go to break.
Austin, no, Jay,
Just go to-
finish your thought.
Because Friday After Next, they had a pit bull, and Ice Cube and Day gave him a piece of bologna, and he ate it. Now it had a little mixed in with a brownie and edible. That's how you are. You know, Nick
He's the pit bull on the bologna and edible.
Somebody come looking for me. Oh, where's Jay? Nick, don't tell anybody here. Oh, he's upstairs. I just saw him.
I would never.
I know you would.
Not when it matters. Not when it matters. Anyway, all right, let's close out. Jay, appreciate you, man.
All right, man. Well,
there he is. Make sure you tune in Old School with Jay and Austin today.
And Harrison.
And Harrison.
The greatest
from 4
substitute
to 6.
teacher of all time. We will be getting in and out of every break on time.
Jay, who's your favorite board op? Because you've worked with all of them.
Yeah.
You've worked with because when you started with DP, it was me.
Yeah.
Then
what does the mafia guys used to say? They plead the fifth?
Plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, perfect. Let's
All
take a
you
break.
guys.
1 o'clock hour coming up next on the Happy Hour right here on the Ticket.
Everybody wants a classic Christmas. Well, there's nothing more classic than cash. So until January 3rd, 2024, enter non-winning Nebraska Lottery Holiday Classic scratch tickets online, and you could win $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, or $20,000. Hurry and jingle all the way to your nearest Nebraska Lottery retailer and have yourself a classic little Christmas with the whole family of Holiday Classic scratch tickets. Top prize odds vary by game.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and the holiday season is upon us. And wow, do we have some really awesome incentives to share with you. Right now at Koppel, we're offering 0.9% interest rates or $6,000 off select Chevrolet and GMC models. Yes, you heard right, 0.9% or $6,000 off select new models. In addition, Costco customers can get special incentives for this entire month. So please take that short money-saving drive down 144th Street or check us out at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All offers include trade-in bonus with approved credit.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? At Warhorse Sportsbook, their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino in Lincoln or Horseman's Park in Omaha, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Allo is turning 20 this year, and we plan to celebrate all year long. Since 2003, Allo has vowed to put customers first and deliver a drastically different experience. No matter where you live, work, or play, we believe you deserve an affordable, secure, and reliable connection. We're proud to have served our businesses and residents with seriously fast fiber optic service for 2 decades. Thank you for trusting Allo as your local internet, phone, and TV provider. Follow us on social media to know about the 20th anniversary celebrations in all our Allo communities.
Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Hey, it's Chad with the Nutrition Authority inviting you to stop in and check out the all-new complete post-workout recovery, CPR. CPR is ideal for anyone who works out or competes and wants to maximize results. CPR can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Stop in today and try a free sample or visit us at mynutritionauthority.com.
Great news.
I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krekak, at 402-474-1173.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with 4 Lincoln locations, but now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
Vershawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Tailored Lights is your go-to local manufacturer and installer of the best landscape lighting. Tailored Lights is excited to highlight the architecture of your home or business and provide a warm environment that feels safe. And for those outside the Lincoln area, they do ship across the country and are happy to work with anyone near or far with lights anywhere from 18 inches to 110 inches. Enhance your curb appeal with an exquisite Tailored Light today. Call 402-432-2572 or go to tailoredlights.com.
This is the Happy Hour.
You guys going to happy hour?
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America.
Yeah, I'll come for a couple.
Here are your hosts, Nick Sainert.
I want to know what it's like to commit a crime without having to spend time in jail.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
C is for chunk.
Brought to you by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Alrighty, welcome in. Happy Tuesday, hour number 2 of the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert, Austin Orman with you once again. Jay Foreman stepped out, and we've brought in some really special guests. This is a time that if you're on the Starter Heyman Jewelers live video stream, this is where you'll be able to kind of see what's going on inside the studios. We have our great friends at the Mill hanging out with us here for this first segment for about 10 minutes or so, because there's a lot of exciting things happening at the Mill, especially at this location, 1040 O Street. Come on down. We are joined by Chris and Jim, head roaster and head brewmaster of the Mill Coffee and Tea. You guys go ahead and pull up those microphones here. Go up and pull those microphones up, put on the headphones, and we'll get you guys
on the air because you guys are the stars of the show. While they do that, you guys can chime in if you have any questions over anything. 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, and the Starter Heyman text line are open for you guys the entire show today. All right, so gentlemen, appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Thank you. Look at this. We got a whole party. Look at this crowd. We have a whole party outside and everything going on.
I feel like Chris Raff right now.
Yeah, I'm glad Raff isn't here because he would be saying that all these people are here to see them. But in reality, they're all here to see you guys. This is pretty awesome. Tell us a little bit about yourselves and what we got today.
I'll go first. Like you said, my name is Jim Engelbart. I'm the production manager for Empyrean Brewing Company. So been brewing beer in the Haymarket for 27 years. Been drinking coffee from the mill all of those years as well to stay awake. And so the two of us got together this year, company-wise, and decided let's brew something together.
Yeah, absolutely. And then how about you, my man?
I'm Chris Corti, and I'm the head roaster at the mill.
Awesome. So we get to try some stuff live on the air. Tell us what we're going to be sampling today.
It is our collaboration. It is a cold brew with cream ale.
Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and let's pass these out if you guys are good with it. They filled them up. Once again, you guys can get this at the Mill Coffee and Tea location down here, 1040 O Street. Once again, in collaboration with Empyrean. And so we're going to go ahead and try this on air. We're going to learn all about this today. And this is, once again, available to you guys. So come on down anytime. We have a whole crowd watching us. This is incredible.
Don't know how to handle this.
I know. I'm not used to talking in front of people. Anyway, I'm joking. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's test it out here. Dang. That's really good. This is really, really good. It's not Thirsty Thursday.
It's even better.
I think, Thirsty Tuesday is something that I'm on board with. All right, so talk to us about the process. Walk us through this because I'm sure this has been in the works. You talked about you got together, you figured out, hey, you know what? We might want to make something here in collaboration. Walk us through the process of making a beer specific for a company or for business.
R&D is the hardest part of the job. Somebody has to drink the beer every day.
Yeah.
I
was gonna say, hey, I'm on volunteer. Yeah, where can I sign up for that?
It's just as bad in the coffee world too. Just when you think you couldn't have any more coffee, you're going to have some more coffee. We still have to taste. But having worked in beer for a long time, we've worked with different types of coffee and different coffee roasters over the years. We've never made like a coffee beer all the time, or really more than once. And so having worked with different beer flavors and different coffee flavors, the natural match is always usually dark beer, which already tastes a lot like coffee because the malt that makes it dark has been roasted very much like coffee. And so you put those dark beers with coffee usually, and the flavors are very complementary. And so we felt like that was kind of already tried. So we wanted to see how coffee and amber beer tasted together first to see if there was, blonde beer and amber beer tasted with coffee to see if maybe there was one that was better than the other.
So I mean, talk about the product, like how long has this been in the works?
We started talking in like September.
Wow.
Maybe a little sooner than that. August, September, like that. So we had some time to sit down together.
Yeah.
Chris brought coffee, cold brew specifically.
Great.
We brought beer, some ambers and some gold beers specifically, and we started mixing them together and tasting them. And it's only approximating what we're trying to do or what the finished beer came out with, but it gives you some ideas.
Yeah.
So we really like the way these blonde.
These are delicious.
Pale colored beer, and it's one that you can kind of drink all day. It's 5% alcohol, so it's not over the top strength wise.
Yeah.
Not over the top strength wise. I thought it was going to be a little hoppier at first glance. It's not at all. It's super smooth.
We chose cream ale specifically because it is a low hopped beer, and again, it has a little bit of corn in the mix that creams it up a little bit. Sweetens
You
it
nailed
slightly.
it. This is one of the best beers I've ever had.
Well, it's also,
I'm not just saying that. This
it's
is
also like
incredible.
an all year round beer, which is a key, right? Because there's a lot that tastes better maybe in the summer. A lot of the heavier ones might be in the winter. This one's an all year where it gives that, it's a crisp flavor still, where it's like I can drink this 12 months out of the year and then some. I'm on board.
These guys are saying great things, Chris.
It's a Eric Strickland would say patio pounder.
Yeah, Eric Strickland, who does the afternoon show with Austin, he would call this a patio pounder. We've got it called on. We had somebody on the text line say, "Is it Take It Down Tuesday?" And that's what this is. So there's Thirsty Thursday, but now we're on Take It Down Tuesday.
Sometimes we call these lawnmower beers in the industry.
Yes.
You want to drink them while you're mowing the lawn, and this is specifically if you're one of those people that mows in the morning.
Yes.
Has coffee.
Yeah, this is the way to reward yourself, though. Also, I mean, my goodness, this is delicious. All right, so it's available at all mill locations. It's available at all mill locations that have alcohol. That's a key part of it. That's a key part of it. 1040 O Street. Come on down. As you're going to be able to try this. Give them the name of the beer once again. Let them know how they can find you, how they can find your guys' spots, and where they can try other beers that you guys are making.
This is the Coffee and Cream Ale.
There you go.
And it's available at the mill.
Yep.
And you'll be able to find it here at Laszlo's as we get into next year as well. And if you folks like it, maybe we'll put it in a can too.
Oh,
so you can take it home.
Hello, Coffee and Cream. But you got to come down to the mill here on 1040 O Street. And so that can be a thing where then you could maybe purchase it here at the mill as well in the can form if that ends up happening. So let's go ahead and we'll take a break. Huge thanks to Chris, Jim, everybody involved from the Mill Coffee and Tea. By the way, tomorrow, come on down 8 to 11 a.m. as we'll have Heavenly Waffles in the building. Grab yourself a cup of Joe because nothing goes better, or a little coffee and cream ale as well. So that could be paired well with a waffle tomorrow morning. Huge thanks to Chris and Jim for hanging out with us. Let's go and take a break. We'll be right back. 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Follow Nick and Enrique on Twitter at Nick_Sainert and at Radio Rico AC. More of Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with 4 Lincoln locations, but now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
Gary with Gary Michaels Clothiers Lincoln. I'm here to tell you about our custom shirt program. When you come into the store, we measure your chest, mid-waist, and sleeve length. Enter the measurements in an app, and we create your data fit size. You then try on one of our 99 data fit shirts for the proper fit. After that, pick out the fabric, collar, cuff, placket, and in roughly 2 weeks, your shirts are delivered at the same cost of buying off the rack. And by the way, the neck fits too. Gary Michaels Custom Shirts at 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today. Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness specialize in getting rid of people's pain quickly and permanently. For 31 years, they've been extremely successful with advanced techniques in pain relief using spinal adjustments and decompression, detoxification, diet and lifestyle modification, and more. They are fully equipped to handle the most seasonal athlete, weekend warrior, car accidents, strains, sprains, and more. Is there anywhere you're experiencing pain on your body, or are you fighting decreased energy and depression? Consult Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness first at 402-476-8619. Husker fans, the Nebraska women's basketball team battles the Indiana Hoosiers on Sunday, January 7th at Pinnacle Bank Arena, and they want to see you there. Help them pack PBA as they retire Jordan Hooper's jersey, host a team reunion for the 2013 and 2014 teams, and give your Huskers a true home court advantage. For tickets, go to huskers.com/tickets or call 1-800-8-BIG-RED. Come early and get your very own replica Jordan Hooper jersey retirement banner while supplies last. Get your tickets today at huskers.com/tickets. If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Tune in to the Malone Radio Show from 9 to 10 p.m. every Sunday night to learn more about the Malone Center's goal to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln. It's the Malone Radio Show every Sunday night from 9 to 10 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. We're bringing heaven to Lincoln with a waffle unlike anything you've ever experienced. Heavenly Waffles combines an incredibly fluffy recipe packed with protein and a medley of angelic toppings. To elevate the experience beyond your typical waffle and syrup, take the opportunity to try out this divine creation and pair it with a coffee from the mill as we celebrate Heavenly Waffles Wednesday from 8 to 11 a.m. at the 93.7 The Ticket Studio.
Enjoy some Heavenly Waffles this December 6th at the 93.7 Ticket Studio at 1040 O Street. Parking available along 11th Street or in nearby garages.
Experience flexibility like never before with Ace Rent-to-Own. Whether you're decorating a new home or upgrading your electronics, they provide easy payment plan options that suit your budget. No credit checks, no hefty interest rates, just straightforward renting solutions designed with you in mind. Find great options to make a beautifully furnished space or surround yourself with the latest gadgets. With Ace Rent-to-Own, it's all within your grasp. Visit acerentoown.com and bring home more than just a product. Bring home a lifestyle.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Allo is turning 20 this year, and we plan to celebrate all year long. Since 2003, Allo has vowed to put customers first and deliver a drastically different experience. No matter where you live, work, or play, we believe you deserve an affordable, secure, and reliable connection. We're proud to have served our businesses and residents with seriously fast fiber optic service for 2 decades. Thank you for trusting Allo as your local internet, phone, and TV provider. Follow us on social media to know about the 20th anniversary celebrations in all our Allo communities.
Tailored Lights is your go-to local manufacturer and installer of the best landscape lighting. Tailored Lights is excited to highlight the architecture of your home or business and provide a warm environment that feels safe. And for those outside the Lincoln area, they do ship across the country and are happy to work with anyone near or far with lights anywhere from 18 inches to 110 inches. Enhance your curb appeal with an exquisite Tailored Light today. Call 402-432-2572 or go to tailoredlights.com.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary.
This isn't the real Caesar's Palace, is it?
What do you mean?
Did Caesar live here?
No.
I didn't think so.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick and Austin with you. right here on the happy hour. Huge thanks once again to the Mill Coffee and Tea, to Chris and Jim of Empyrean Brewing as well for coming in and letting us try their new coffee and cream ale, which, Austin, mine's gone. Mine's gone.
Mine is not, but only because I drink and I eat incredibly slowly.
Yeah.
So if
you do eat slow.
I do. I am. I'm notorious for that. And I haven't even been here a year. You guys already see that.
Yeah.
So the reason that mine is still around, I'm going to say I'm savoring it.
Yeah.
It is legit.
I'm serious, folks. Come on down. Grab yourself some coffee and cream ale at 1040 O Street. That's the place. We're downtown now. You don't have to go to one side of the town. You don't have to make a drive. Just come on downtown. And it's like Macklemore said, downtown. Yes, exactly. That needs to be our theme song, is downtown. Come on down. Grab yourself some Mill Coffee and Tea. If you're not in the mood to drink a beer or try it out, you can grab some coffee, grab some smoothies, whatever the case may be. Some nice tea as well as Beatrice Bakery. Perfect stocking stuffer, those little fudge squares. You better put some in there. And I keep saying that. It's like the third time I've said that today. And I think that's just me trying to put out a message to anybody in my family that's listening. Maybe they're not even listening. Say, hey, that's what I want for a stocking stuffer, is the Beatrice Bakery fudge squares. Please and thank you. A huge shout out to Thomas and Lincoln for giving us the trademark of Take It Down Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
We're all in on that. Thunder Not Calling says, Nick, it sounds like you're encouraging the listeners to come in for a hearty breakfast with Heavenly Waffles and start to day drink on a Wednesday. Come in for Heavenly Waffles. Whatever you do elsewhere, as long as you buy something from the Mill Coffee and Tea, that's all we care about. Come on in, 8 to 11 tomorrow. And now we're joined by the boss, DP. What's up?
Just a couple of things. Good job on handling the crowd.
Thank you.
It
like the crowd.
Right?
It shocked us.
Right.
They started running outside and they were full on the street. And I was like, man, I never talked in front of people before.
They're fans of it. And again, the Mill, Dana and Tamara Sloan, we thank them and appreciate them for partnering with us in this beautiful thing that we get to do every day. I've been asked several times, like, well, how's the new place going? I love this so much. Different vibe, different access. We had some folks come in and ask for autographs from the talent, and I'm greatly appreciative, and the talent here is open to it. So just be respectful of, hey, they're on air or they've got, they may be having a conversation. But as a part of what Nick was just talking about, stocking stuffers, right? If anybody from my family is listening, right? Good call.
It's worth a try,
right? Good call. Again, look, listen, the dessert cakes are legit the thing.
Yeah.
Like I love the fruit cake, but I love the dessert cakes. Like the vanilla ice cream on the chocolate rum, a little syrup if you feel like it, or the coffee cake with coffee here in the Mill. I'm just letting you know, it's a great, as the weather chills, it's a great way. You warm it, you nuke it for about 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Get your slice, warm it for about 20 seconds, get your coffee, yard.
Well, and here's all I'm going to say is, if you like the injected cakes where they put the rum, it's injected. That's the thing. It's not just some flavoring. They inject it with the vanilla rum. They inject it. It's delicious.
And the alcohol cooks off, so it's not like that's, you don't have to worry about
all
that.
the benefits, none of the downsides.
Right. Well,
Win-win.
and if you haven't had it, when you bite into the area that's injected, that's heaven on earth.
Saturated with it.
Oh, that's heaven on earth, good stuff. But why I came in, I like to just, when somebody does something exceptionally well, I like to say they did something exceptionally well. And in my own way, I want to pay tribute because Rashawn Jackson was nominated for one of the Nebraska Sportscaster Awards, and I want to shout that out. But, sometimes I've said that the media awards in Nebraska are not exactly carrying the torch for high standards, et cetera, that they don't think much of the ticket because we're independent and we don't have corporate people pushing the media behind it and getting their people out there. But hey, and we're the new kids. Like, we're the new kids. I understand there are other stations and other personalities and bigger names, but I love what we do. I love what we do. And a part of what we do is being able to offer the high school coverage that we do. And to be able to say to people, listen, you'll be able to hear about your sons and daughters on the ticket. We will carry the games. We'll support high school sports. And a big part of that is Nick Sainer. And what he did in the football playoffs. Listen, you and Jay Foreman, you and Amon, you and Chris Raff. Listen, for y'all to go out there, but look, you're the force behind it, and it's a small thing, and it's a small thank you. But you know how I roll, that I like to just say it. And if I see something good, I say something good. It's easy for me to do that. And you know me, how the get down is. And there's certain ways to say, well done, young man.
Oh boy. Oh, no way.
See, I had to get you in a different phrase, right? At a different space. Like, Smith was this guy last year.
Yeah, and you got me. And
then he traded him. He was gone.
He traded him.
He was gone. But this one, that again, maybe I'm cursing this.
Just the one so you could buy.
Right. Like maybe I'm cursing.
The Packers are coming.
Right. Like maybe I'm cursing him, but I thought.
Oh, Jared Goff.
I thought that would be.
He needs to be in the MVP conversation.
Right. Like, I just think.
Man, DP,
I just wanted to say, again, for doing a really simple thing exceptionally well.
Thank you.
The fact that you make yourself available, you tell the stories of Lincoln High School athletics, you do it with passion, you do it with joy. And all I want for anybody that works here is for them to come to work because they want to do this thing. And when you do that, good things happen. And Lincoln Public Sports is better. Lincoln High School Public Sports is better because of Nick Sainer. So let me just say that. Young man, job well done, brother.
Appreciate it, DP. There you go.
Heck yes.
Let's we're up to the break. Let's go ahead and take a break. We bring in Stricky for the crossover. Can't thank DP enough, man. With that being said, since we're on the high school topic, let's dive into it because high school basketball is on the docket. We're excited, right? We got, if you missed the call with Ramel Lloyd Sr., Rock the other day. It was exceptional. He's obviously a great basketball mind. I'll be hanging out with Jay, with Strick, with pretty much a lot of the guys that are much smarter than me. I'm just there to kind of tell the story and do the play-by-play piece of it. So I appreciate all the listeners. I say that time and time again, every broadcast. Huge thanks to the board ops as well. And we have a really, really good time with it. So looking forward to the basketball season, looking forward to state tournaments in the basketball season. And then obviously the baseball season when it comes our way next spring. So let's go and take our final timeout. We wrap up the happy hour in hour number 2 coming up next right here, 93.7 The Ticket.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day long wherever you are. More of the happy hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving. Go cardio crazy in our clean and spacious clubs, or get down with some dumbbells and strength equipment. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month. It's glow time. See Club for details.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Tailored Lights is your go-to local manufacturer and installer of the best landscape lighting. Tailored Lights is excited to highlight the architecture of your home or business and provide a warm environment that feels safe. And for those outside the Lincoln area, they do ship across the country and are happy to work with anyone near or far with lights anywhere from 18 inches to 110 inches. Enhance your curb appeal with an exquisite Tailored Light today. Call 402-432-2572 or go to tailoredlights.com.
Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness specialize in getting rid of people's pain quickly and permanently. For 31 years, they've been extremely successful with advanced techniques in pain relief using spinal adjustments and decompression, detoxification, diet and lifestyle modification, and more. They are fully equipped to handle the most seasonal athlete, weekend warrior, car accidents, strains, sprains, and more. Is there anywhere you're experiencing pain on your body, or are you fighting decreased energy and depression? Consult Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness first at 402-476-8619.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
Gary with Gary Michaels Clothiers Lincoln. I'm here to tell you about our custom shirt program. When you come into the store, we measure your chest, mid-waist, and sleeve length. Enter the measurements in an app, and we create your data fit size. You then try on one of our 99 data fit shirts for the proper fit. After that, pick out the fabric, collar, cuff, placket, and in roughly 2 weeks, your shirts are delivered at the same cost of buying off the rack. And by the way, the neck fits too. Gary Michaels Custom Shirts at 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
Husker fans, the Nebraska women's basketball team battles the Indiana Hoosiers on Sunday, January 7th at Pinnacle Bank Arena, and they want to see you there. Help them pack PBA as they retire Jordan Hooper's jersey, host a team reunion for the 2013 and 2014 teams, and give your Huskers a true home court advantage. For tickets, go to huskers.com/tickets or call 1-800-8-BIG-RED. Come early and get your very own replica Jordan Hooper jersey retirement banner while supplies last. Get your tickets today at huskers.com/tickets.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apple, chili, vegetables, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
Golfing in 72 degrees in perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in December, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep your clubs out year-round. Book your holiday parties at Double Eagle Golf and make plans to join them for a New Year's Eve party. Gift cards make a great stocking stuffer for Christmas, and don't forget to look ahead to 2024 as spring leagues begin in February. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street, online at doubleeagle.golf.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
What if that happened to Nebraska? What do you think would be going on right now? If somehow, some way, miraculously, Matt Rule and company went undefeated, and because we lost our starting quarterback, you forgot about the entire 100 and how many ever guys, as if it only took the quarterback to get Florida State undefeated. NCAA, make it make sense. Committee, make it make sense. There's no rhyme or reason to your selection.
Great news. I just got the State Farm personal price plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krekak, at 402-474-1173.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Hey, it's Chad of the Nutrition Authority inviting you to stop in and check out the all-new complete post-workout recovery, CPR. CPR is ideal for anyone who works out or competes and wants to maximize results. CPR can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Stop in today and try a free sample or visit us at mynutritionauthority.com.
Are you working in
or looking to get into the electrical construction industry. The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert.
I don't believe you people.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
What do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people? Huh?
Sponsored by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into the Happy Hour 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick, Austin, and Strick joining you. Rico's back tomorrow. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do we miss Rico?
0.
Austin?
10.
All right, there you
Average
go.
it out to a 5.
Not if I put a 0.
I miss Rico. Rico, I am just joking. You know, it's Bellevue West love over here, baby. I got nothing but love for you.
Is that right?
Yeah, me and Rico.
Okay.
We Ace Boom Coombs.
Okay, whatever you say, man.
Psych.
Anyway, Stricky, we got a question for you.
Uh-oh.
We asked Jay this question too, so
Ask Jay this question
don't take it
back
personal.
in the noon hour. All right, I'm going to have to ask you to put your solitaire down for a moment.
No.
Or your crossword
The ringer's already
puzzle.
off.
Yeah, your
I don't know what
crossword
you're
puzzle.
talking about.
The ringer's already off.
Ringer's not off. Oh, see?
There we go.
Yep,
There
the
you go.
crossword
Good
puzzle
job.
is down.
It normally rings right about this time.
All right, yep, every time. Anyway, most embarrassing story as an athlete. What, like for Jay, turf monster. Okay.
At
Oh,
Oklahoma.
You got the top.
Got
on
got
an
him.
interception?
Yeah. He made a great one-handed grab. Great.
Oof.
And he showed that he was somewhat of an athlete, with the interception. Then he showed that maybe he wasn't all the athlete we thought he was with the turf monster. So now, here
And
he
again,
is.
for my we'll go first. We'll tell you our
I'll tell
story
you
so you
mine.
don't feel
Yeah.
bad.
Mm.
Mine was playing center field. I overran a fly ball by about 10 feet as a super senior. Like just one of those out of body experiences. Like I've made that play. It was a super simple pop fly that I still haven't. I can't explain how or why I missed it.
Mm-hmm.
I just biffed it worse than I've biffed any other fly ball in my life.
Yep.
In a game that ended up getting run ruled in 3 innings.
Mine was,
Yeah.
I bunted in practice. Machine was up to about 90 miles per hour. Had to bunt. Instead of putting an angle on the bat, I flattened it out. Didn't get the angle set. Hit the top bat right up to my chin. Chin started bleeding. I got concussed. Out for 3 weeks.
The one that
As
comes
a freshman, where everybody bullied you.
That's crazy. And they probably gave it to
Oh,
you.
yeah. They gave, yeah. It was bad.
This
good.
one, the one that comes to mind, I don't want to share with you.
Come on. We're all friends, man.
Oh,
Circle
I don't
of
want
trust.
to share this one.
Yeah, it's just us three.
Because there's
The
really
public's
not
not
many.
listening,
There's
Jay.
really
Yeah,
not
strict.
many as an athlete.
The
Bad story.
Nobody
That's
in the
what's crazy.
public is actually
But this
listening.
one was bad because it was on TV, and I think I was either a rookie or a second year. Okay, I'll tell it. So I'm playing with the Mavs. We have the garb and stuff, and I go to go into the game. I'm coming off the bench, and I rip off my stuff, take off my shirt, and checking into the game, Strickland from the Mavericks.
Oh, no.
My shirt was on backwards.
Oh, nice. Stricky. It was backwards?
It was backwards, bro.
Your
Was that
jersey
backwards all
was
warm-up?
The
backwards?
jersey was backwards, bro.
And you had no clue.
Yeah, I mean, I looked down. I was like, oh. Because, you look down to tuck your joint, and I'm like, oh,
I
no.
can see my name.
So I had to take my shirt off, which at
Is
that
there a
time,
YouTube
I didn't have
video?
an underneath. So I'm up there,
Undershirt.
Putting on
chest
show.
out.
Yeah.
And,
On TV.
and I could have gotten fined for it because you're not supposed to do that.
Mm.
But I had
I'm sure
to.
all the ladies in the arena would have pooled their fine together.
Man,
Hey,
They
it
would
was
have found a
crazy.
way.
Did you-
I think we're on the road too, so that made it even worse.
Did you ever get fined?
Oh yeah, you get fined for technicals.
How okay. So how does the fine process work?
They
in the
just
NBA?
take it straight directly
You
out
just
your
don't- you
check.
don't
You don't
even-
even see
you don't
it.
see-
Do they,
You
do
don't
they
get a
tell
s-
you you're getting fined, or they
I
take it and then
mean,
tell
they'll
you?
send you a letter saying you've been fined, such.
So there's no like slip where it's like, hey, go pay this. They just take
No,
it out of your check.
straight out the check.
Dang.
Is that the team or is that the league?
Whatever it is, they submit it.
They take it out,
and it comes directly out, and you'll see it on your your stub, and it'll say fine such and such amount.
Dang.
For technical. And
how much are texts?
It's
I
different
think at
now.
that it's different
Okay,
now.
it's
At
different
that
now.
time, text was 500.
Okay. Which I mean, hey.
Well, now Draymond's getting fined like $16K per
Yeah.
tech. Like, dude's got a CVS receipt.
Yeah.
Every pay stub, basically.
That's really good.
I wish you could write it off too.
Yeah. Can't do
Because
that.
I think they submitted to some foundation or something for all the certain types of fines or something
Nice.
like that.
So like
I think-
technicals for charity sort of thing.
I guess.
Are
so.
you just getting technicals for charity now?
I don't know if that was the
Just being
case,
a good guy.
but
Yeah,
I know.
yeah,
but
yeah.
it was
Ruining
an
your reputation for
embarrassing
Yeah,
charity.
Strick
moment.
doesn't have anger management issues. He just
No,
he's just trying to raise money for charity.
Yeah.
Was there a specific ref that
Oh, gosh.
had it out for? You don't have to name them, but was
No,
there
I
a
don't
guy?
know.
No,
or,
name
are you
him.
will? Okay.
I don't know.
Jerry Donahue.
No. You want to take another guess?
Not. No, because I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but I have a couple ideas.
What?
I'm not gonna throw him under the bus.
Joey Crawford.
Okay.
Okay,
Yep.
Oh
Sure.
gosh.
Mhm. And he would make a show about it.
Joey Crawford was a guy literally that you obviously know what happened with Tim Duncan.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this was a regular thing. I mean, so Joey, you couldn't even like talk to him. Like Dick Bavetta was so cool because you could just go up to him, have a conversation, and hey man, take a look at that. Be like, I'll look at it for you, Strick. Okay.
Thanks, Dick.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate you. But you couldn't say anything. You couldn't even look at Joey wrong, right? So I always used to say, if I ever catch Joey Crawford in an alley, I'm going in on him, and I'm not talking about verbally.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to go in with the Kobe Bryant 2-piece chicken wing that Chris Childs gave, right? So look, so here's what happened. I go into G League training for refereeing. And Joey's one of the, clinician types, that is around. And then I got to know him on a different level, and Joey was actually pretty cool. He was actually really cool, and we got to chop it up a little bit.
He's one of those dudes you didn't like to be friends with, but
I felt better.
You didn't want to like him.
Didn't want it. I didn't
there he
want
is.
to, but he was cool.
It seems like Joey Crawford had it out for a lot of guys, not just.
Oh,
you,
it
though.
wasn't just
right.
Yeah, it was.
Come one, come all to the Joey show.
Anybody
Got
can
you.
get it. Anybody can get
Paul
it. with
Zek
Joey.
this weekend.
Right.
What pronounce his last name? Paul Zek, I think.
I think it was
Are you talking about the Udoka and
No,
Nebraska.
Nebraska
The
versus
guy that
Creighton.
Fred was getting into
The guy
it
that
with.
Fred was getting into it with.
He's horrible.
He is bad.
He's
Him,
horrible.
Courtney Green
Kelly
last year.
Pfeiffer.
Kelly Pfeiffer.
Kelly Pfeiffer was at that game too.
Yeah,
but he was
Kissinger.
actually pretty chill.
Yeah, Kelly was chilling.
He was actually pretty chill.
Kissinger's up and down.
Yeah.
Kip Kissinger.
Kip, Kip is a friend of mine too. Dang it. I want to go in on Kip sometimes.
There you go.
No, but Kip's all right. I think Kip listens to us sometimes too.
Appreciate you, Kip.
Shout out to Kip.
Yeah.
Anyway, so guys, I don't know if you saw the news, Strick. Did you see a certain quarterbacks in the transfer portal?
There's so many people jumping in there, bro.
But
It's
there's
so hard
one
to
that
keep
matters
up.
above all.
Who's that?
DeQuan Finn.
Really?
Nick's
DeQuan
boy.
Finn.
Nick's
my
boy.
That's your boy?
That's my boy. DeQuan Finn is in the portal. Byron the Hog Farmer actually texted in, and we just now can get to it. Said, Nick, are you all in on Finn to Nebraska? I've had quite a few people that have texted into various shows that are like, hey, Nick, did you see DeQuan Finn's in the portal? Travis said it earlier on the show. Byron the Hog Farmer's texted in. There's been a lot of people that have been like, hey, Nick, I know DeQuan Finn's your boy.
What is it
That
that you
tells
like
me-
about him?
That
Oh, go
tells me
ahead.
they don't follow you on Twitter. You tweeted about this last night as soon as it broke.
I tweeted twice as soon as it broke. One, I tagged Rico and Austin in it because they know my affinity for DeQuan. Second one, I found the video from November 7th where it was me pleading to DeQuan Finn on air from November 7th to come to Lincoln on November 7th. And here we are less than a month later saying he's in the portal.
What is it? What is it?
Here's what I would like. So he's an experienced guy, right? He's played, I believe, 3 years at Toledo. Led them to the MAC championship. They lost to Miami, Ohio.
He's a big
in the MAC
body,
championship.
too.
He is, but he throws it well. His stats aren't going to, and this is why I think it's realistic for Nebraska. Now, do I actually think they're going to go after him? Probably not. But it would be a fit for Nebraska. He does both things well, right? The stats aren't going to jump off the page. We know Matt Rule doesn't want to spend money for a quarterback. And he's not going to be
Who
one of
said
those. Matt Rule.
He said, "I need 1 million."
No, he said that's what you need.
Oh.
Doesn't mean that's what he wants.
He strikes me as Jalen Daniels light.
Yeah, I
Really?
suppose so.
You think he's got foot?
Yeah, so
he's run for 500, 600, and 500 yards.
I think he runs, but I don't know if he's fleet like.
He hasn't
That's why I
needed
said
to.
light.
Maction is going to be able to. I mean, it was air it out. Let's chuck it down the field and see what happens.
You know who he reminds me of?
But here's what I'll say: 63% complete passer on average over the last couple of years. The touchdown to interception ratio, he has over 20 touchdowns, and he's sitting around that 8, 9, 10, 11 type of interception mark.
18-2 in 2021, 23-12 in 2022, and 22-9 this year.
Yeah. And so
Is he like Tommy Armstrong?
Like Gator comes in and says, Nick, he's got 21 picks. He has 21 interceptions in the last 2 years. I get that, but we have to also think about where Nebraska's at. And this goes back to the conversation Austin and I had yesterday. They're not going to be able to go get the top group of 5 quarterback out there. They're not going to want to spend for the top group of 5 quarterback
That's
out there.
another fact.
They need to find a guy that does what they want to do well, right? And he throws the ball much better than anybody on Nebraska's roster. He's made better decisions than anybody on Nebraska's roster.
Okay.
Although the numbers won't say that, obviously DeQuan Finn's played in a lot more football games than any quarterback on Nebraska's current roster outside of Jeff Sims, but we already know the situation with Mr. Sims. He also runs it well, and we know the staff wants the running quarterback factor with it. He does so well. He doesn't fumble a whole lot, and he's used to success. He knows winning, and he's won a lot at Toledo. They won. They were 11-1 going into the conference championship game. Should have been 12-0, barring a last-second Hail Mary from Illinois in the first game of the season. So yes, he's found success. So why do I think that DeQuan Finn would actually be okay here? He fits into what Nebraska wants to do out of a quarterback. He's not going to cost an arm and a leg, where you can still go out and get guys to surround him with talent. And then also, you know what? If you're a wide receiver that's looking for a jump, say, hey, you know what? I would go play with DeQuan Finn. I'd go play with DeQuan. He also is used to the cold weather. Like, climate's a part of it. He played in Toledo. It's not, I mean, he's used to playing on those Tuesday sleepy nights, and he figured out a way to get it done in a winning record. I think DeQuan Finn's interesting.
How many years is left on his eligibility?
1.
There's the issue.
That's the issue. So then it's do you get 1 or 2 guys?
That's why I've always said 2. I've always said 2. I've said one of those type of guys, and I don't care if it's a 1-year guy, but I'm saying a young guy that is redshirt freshman or a sophomore that has tools that with a quarterback coach, a good one, that can really get right. Yeah. Before it's time to step in and take the reins. That's what I've always said. But I don't know. I would go 2. And I don't care if it's 2 with a junior and 2 with a senior. Let's go. Everybody fight. Everybody get in the ring. Let's have a Royal Rumble right there at Memorial Stadium. Yeah. I mean, get after it. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Now, is it realistic that Nebraska goes after DeQuan Finn or that DeQuan Finn's interested in Nebraska? Probably not. But a simple tweet to DeQuan Finn. I've seen like 3 or 4 people, listeners, have tweeted at DeQuan Finn like, hey, come to Nebraska. Now, is it going to happen? Probably not. It's okay. But if you want an example of somebody that I think would do well at Nebraska and be a good bridge guy, I mean, hey, DeQuan Finn's the guy.
I want to hear from you because I like the approach. So more than anything, even if it's not DeQuan Finn, I like the approach because I think that's what we have the ability to go and get. That type, I've always talked about FCS or somebody at a lower mid-major conference, but with some winning pedigree. Right. So that fits the mold of what I would hope to them to go after. And I think that
I don't know how much you guys buy into the flight tracker stuff. I mean, you never know who they're going to go after and who they're going to see. Byron did say flight tracker to Columbus now. Thoughts? Are they going to visit Toledo?
Is Ernest Hausman back home?
Hello.
Hey, yo.
You just don't know which Columbus we're talking about.
Is it Columbus, Nebraska?
Hey,
yo.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Hey, they did get a jet donated. They can go anywhere.
They did. It's true. To Strick's point,
somebody donated a private jet.
The way I kind of see this playing out for Nebraska.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're good. To me, the ideal situation for Nebraska is you can get your bridge guy, whether it's a Finn, a Rourke, a Chandler Rogers from North Texas, or someone like that that's won at a decent clip at the group of 5 level. But if you're going to go get your second guy, that's where I think a Sam Levitt type is in the conversation.
Bingo.
A backup from a Power 5 school where you can have the opportunity to give a guy a shot. He's going to come in motivated to play well. He fits what you're looking for. He's going to be a mentor. But then your backup guy probably can't be someone looking for that shot. It's got to be, hey, they have the pedigree, they have the recruiting hype. Here are the tools and the traits that other people saw in him. He can sit for a year, learn from this guy, but still factor into our plan. So yeah, I think established group of 5 starter looking for a step up is a good bridge guy, and then go get a Power 5 backup to play next year.
There you go.
How about this? And Gator, I completely understand, man. He says the only thing I see that is he's one. I haven't watched him, but I doubt he runs better than the 3 quarterbacks we currently have.
He does.
Hold on one second. I'll say that. Currently has thrown nearly a pick per game, which is improvement, but that's like another saying. I'm sorry, but I'm not sold, Gator said. How about this? DeQuan Finn leaves Toledo with every single Rocket rushing record as a QB. Single game rushing yards record with 172 in a game. Season rushing record from a quarterback, 631 yards in a season. Career rushing yards, 1,840. And 25 rushing touchdowns as a quarterback.
And
the guy runs better than anybody Nebraska has on their roster. I can promise you
quarterbacks did run, but they weren't that great. I mean, Sims was so straight up and down, not a whole lot of speed. Long strides, good-looking athlete.
Yes.
We talked about Harburg not being able to change direction.
There wasn't decisiveness also 3 games into his career.
And Chuba, showed wheels on that long touchdown run. I don't think he loves contact like the other guys. And he's serviceable enough in the run game to make it work, but not an elite runner. Finn has some change of direction. He has some toughness, has some maneuverability,
and can take it. And he got a good body.
I recommend. And Gator, I'm not trying to come at you. I'm not trying to get anything. Like we're chilling. Here's what I would say: go watch DeQuan Finn on YouTube because you'll like the highlights. They're fun. He's a fun player.
I like his arm strength too.
He's got a really good arm.
He's got a good
for
arm.
being as good of a runner as he is, despite the interception numbers. But once again, it's realistic approaches, right? Nebraska's not going to be able to go get a guy like frankly, like even maybe Minnesota. Like, let's be honest. Minnesota went and got a guy that has over 6,500 passing yards the last 2 seasons, has over 60 touchdowns and 14 picks or 18 picks. I can't remember the number. But like part of it also is that Nebraska's not going to be able to go sell a guy maybe on what they did last year at Nebraska. They're going to have to try to get maybe a guy that's not as talented or as proven in one area of his game to get him to come to Nebraska. And that's okay as long as you utilize him and don't try to ask him to be Superman. So I think there's other pieces in play there. But seriously, go watch YouTube highlights because DeQuan Finn's a fun guy to watch. Even if he doesn't come here. He's a guy that I set aside time, and Austin knows this. Rico would testify this as well. I set aside time to watch Toledo because Jason Candle is also a guy that really should get a head coaching job at a Power 5 organization, has not gotten it yet. And Cheeseburger says this, let's be careful. We don't need another Sims. Proven to be a higher completed percentage passer than Jeff Sims. DeQuan Finn has. Also, much more consistent playing time, much more success than Jeff Sims ever had at Georgia Tech. So I think there's that as well. Let's go ahead and what's coming up on the show today, gentlemen?
We got a lot of good stuff. So coming up at 2:30, we'll have Teach Tape Tuesday. I'm not going to be able to play the video this week. It's on Instagram, but I will find a way to share it. It's a really interesting, simple play, but I think there's a lot of ways to look at it. So we'll get the Husker Hall of Famer, 9-year NBA vet Eric Strickland's thoughts on that. I'm excited for the 3 o'clock hour. The Husker football fans hate rooting index.
There you go.
Who does Nebraska root against the hardest in this college football playoff, and why?
All right, there you go. Good stuff. Just don't ask Stricky to put on a jersey. Don't put it on backwards. Come on, Stricky.
His hat's on backwards.
There it is. Yeah, his hat's on backwards. You know it's supposed to go the other way, right?
No.
Anyway, all right, I don't think I've ever seen you in a forward-facing hat.
I have. It's been a couple times.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the last month, even. So.
All right. Well, maybe I'm just missing something. All right, let's go ahead.
I like the clear view.
Let's get out of here. Appreciate Austin hanging out with me for the last 2 hours. Let's go ahead and take a break. Coming up next on the block, Strick and Austin. See ya.
Adios.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Hay harvest is a race against time. Order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower to harvest your hay quickly and efficiently while promoting quick dry down for high-quality hay. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location for full details on a new self-propelled windrower and experience the Landmark difference.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Experience flexibility like never before with Ace Rent-to-Own. Whether you're decorating a new home or upgrading your electronics, they provide easy payment plan options that suit your budget. No credit checks, no hefty interest rates, just straightforward renting solutions designed with you in mind. Find great options to make a beautifully furnished space or surround yourself with the latest gadgets. With Ace Rent-to-Own, it's all within your grasp. Visit acerentoown.com and bring home more than just a product. Bring